Hello, dear AI enthusiasts. ChatGPT 4.5 is here. But hold your breath because this model is dividing opinions like no other before it. And today we'll find out why. Welcome back to our channel, where we break down OpenAI's latest release, which came out on February 27th, 2025, in the minutest detail. I'm just as excited as you are, so grab a cup of coffee or have an AI bring you one, who knows, and make yourself comfortable. We're diving into the world of ChatGPT 4.5. We'll see what it can do, how the community is reacting, how much it costs, where it shines, where it stumbles, and what this might mean for the future of AI. No hype, no prejudices, just the facts freshly served. Are you ready to crack this thing with me? Then let's not waste a second and get started right away. Imagine an AI that doesn't just read your words, but also feels between the lines what you really want. That's the big breakthrough of ChatGPT 4.5. OpenAI has given this model, which they internally call Orion, an emotional intelligence that they themselves call EQ. This means it can chat with you as if it knows you or help with tricky tasks rather than just responding bluntly. And then there's the creative side that really blows me away. Think of stories that get under your skin, designs that immediately catch the eye, or solutions that don't just work but also have style. I saw a post on X where someone asked ChatGPT 4.5 to write a short story about a robot and a lost dog. And the result was so touching that I almost shed a tear. This was often missing in GPT 4.0. But wait, this is just the beginning, because there's much more under the hood and I can hardly wait to show you. One point that repeatedly comes up with ChatGPT 4.5 is reliability, and that's gold for us enthusiasts. OpenAI has turned down the hallucination rate, those moments where the AI makes something up out of thin air. In the simple QA test, ChatGPT 4.5 scores 37.1%, while GPT 4.0 floats around 61.8%. That's a huge step. Compared to the O1 model with its 44%, it holds up really well, and this means you can rely more on the answers, whether for facts or analyses. It swallows text and image inputs like a champion, has a context window of 128,000 tokens, enough to process entire novels, and was trained until October 2023, so with a pretty solid database. Sounds like a model that's more creative and reliable, right? But how does it perform when we put the numbers on the table? Let's dive into the benchmarks, because that's where it gets really exciting. For all those who, like me, love numbers, here are a few highlights that show what ChatGPT 4.5 can do. In the GPQA test, which tests scientific questions, it achieves 71.4% accuracy. GPT 4.0 was at 53.6%, that's a decent jump. In math problems in AIME24, it manages 36.7%, far above GPT 4.0's 9.3%, although it doesn't reach O3 Mini's 87.3%. In the MMMLU test for multilingualism, it's 85.1% versus 81.5% for GPT 4.0, and in the multimodal MMMLU test, 74.4% versus 69.1%. In coding, for example, in SWE Lancer Diamond or SWE Bench Verified, it significantly outperforms GPT 4.0, but remains behind models like O3 Mini or DeepSeek V3, let's say 45% in the polyglot coding benchmark versus 60.4% for O3 Mini. What does this mean for us? It's a strong all-rounder that shines in many areas, but doesn't take the crown everywhere. And that's exactly what makes it so interesting. More creative, more reliable, but not perfect. Now it gets really lively, because what does the community say about ChatGPT 4.5? I've looked around on X and the web, and opinions couldn't be more different. Our Guido tweeted that it's the most advanced version so far, with writing skills that blow you away and fewer hallucinations. That sounds like music to our ears, right? But then comes at Optionsly and says the benchmarks are meager and it's only a small hop instead of a big leap. Simon Willison wrote in his blog, First Impressions of GPT-4.5, that he's thrilled with the creativity, but an SVG generation took 112 seconds. That's slower than a snail on its way to the coffee machine. The community is divided, and I want to know, what do you think about it? Throw your opinion in the comments, let's discuss it together, because your insights make this channel truly come alive. But hold on, before we philosophize further, how much does all this fun actually cost? For pro users, $200 per month. That's not pocket change, and I can already see your faces. Next week, Plus and Team users are supposed to be next, later Enterprise and Edu, but the exact prices for them are still under wraps. Developers, pay attention. The API will set you back $75 per million input tokens and $150 per million output tokens. For comparison, O1 costs 15 and 60, GPT 4.0 only 2.50 and 10. That's expensive, no question, but OpenAI, I says it has 10 times more pre-training power than GPT-4, and you can see that in the numbers. Is the performance enough for you at this price? Let's look at where ChatGPT 4.5 scores points and where it might stumble a bit, because this is the moment where we bring balance into play. The strengths of ChatGPT 4.5 are truly impressive, especially when it comes to understanding. It understands you better, feels like it senses your intentions, and that makes it perfect for deeper conversations or creative tasks. If you want a story that touches people or a design that stands out from the crowd, it delivers and does so with class. The hallucination rate is down, so you can trust the answers more, which is a huge advantage in research or important projects. But, and this is a big but, it also has weaknesses that can't be ignored. Speed is a real issue. Imagine waiting 20 seconds for a simple answer that can throw you out of your flow. Plus the costs, $200 a month, or the API prices aren't affordable for everyone. And coding, it's better than GPT 4.0, but it loses to O3 Mini or Sonnet 3.7. In short, more creative, more reliable, but also slower and more expensive. That's the package you get. What does this mean for the future of AI? ChatGPT 4.5 is like a window through which we can see where the journey is going, and the view is pretty exciting. Sam Altman hinted on X that GPT-5 will unite the O series and the GPT series. Imagine a model that's even smarter, maybe even learning in real time or solving more complex problems. I'm already dreaming about how AI will penetrate deeper into our everyday lives, from smarter assistants to creative partners in art or science. But the rising costs and computational requirements could also be a hurdle. Will this eventually be something only for the big players? ChatGPT 4.5 shows us that development is in full swing, and I wonder, where is this leading us? Let's think about this together. What do you think AI will look like in 5 years? Write it down below, I'm curious. I couldn't resist and tested ChatGPT 4.5 myself. I asked it to write an advertisement for a fictional AI coffee machine. The result? Discover the coffee of the future. Perfectly brewed, exactly your taste, ready in seconds. Short, snappy, with a wow factor. I was really impressed. But guess what? It took almost 20 seconds, and I was already impatiently tapping my foot. With GPT 4.0, it would have been faster, and that shows exactly what I mean. More creative, more reliable, but slower and more expensive. Have you already done your own experiments with ChatGPT 4.5? Maybe a story, an image, or code? Share your experiences in the comments. I want to hear everything, and maybe we'll show the best ones in the next video. A little look behind the scenes. OpenAI has fired up the Microsoft Azure AI supercomputers for this model, and it's their biggest yet. That explains the power and also the costs. 10 times more pre-training than GPT-4 means they really pushed the envelope here, and you can tell from the capabilities. When I think about GPT-5, I imagine how they could top this, maybe with models that learn live or swallow even larger amounts of data. For us enthusiasts, this is like a glimpse into the future. And ChatGPT 4.5 is the first step on this path. What do you think? How far can they push this? Let's chat about it. In the end, the community remains at the heart of it all, and it's totally divided on ChatGPT 4.5. That's what makes it really interesting. Some rave about the creativity, others curse the waiting times and prices. I say, try it out, test the limits, and find out if it grabs you. For me, it's a fascinating step. More creative, more reliable, but slower and more expensive. That's what sticks. What do you say about it? Feel free to write your opinion in the comments. If you like this update, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you activate the bell, you'll even be informed when we upload a new video. I hope to see you next time. Until then, stay real.